सुनने में ये आया है कि आप बॉब विश्वास को छोड़ सकती हैं अगर इंस्टाग्राम रील आपको बनाना हो।
Well, actually, वो मुझे ऑप्शन फिल्म में मिला नहीं।
Abhishek, enjoying all the relation that is coming.
Overwhelming response, Faridun, is a godsend. I swear to you, you feel like a weight has been lifted.
फिल्म अगर आने वाली होती है उसे डेढ़ महीना पहले, एक महीने पहले प्रोमो आता है।
आजकल तो रिवर्स होता है ना, आजकल 1.5-2 महीने पहले करेंगे तो लोग भूल जाते हैं।
Exactly.
Attention span has become
so.
Exactly. बॉब विश्वास ऐसी बीवी को कैसे बोल सकता है?
जो मेरा कैरेक्टर है उसको भी एक दुख डेफिनेटली है जो वो छुपाती है कि उसे कुछ याद नहीं, उसे बच्चे याद नहीं, घर याद नहीं, या फिर वो याद नहीं।
Abhishek and Chitrangada, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. I was just hearing Chitrangada was telling Abhishek that क्या कर सकते हैं memes के level पे. Apparently she is the Instagram reel.
There's a really funny meme that people have come out with Abhishek's holding the gun and all that. Really funny stuff. So we're just discussing that. The memes are really catchy.
सुनने में ये आया है कि आप बॉब विश्वास को छोड़ सकती हैं अगर इंस्टाग्राम रील आपको बनाना हो।
Well, actually, वो मुझे ऑप्शन फिल्म में मिला नहीं। We should have tried that. Yeah, she runs away to make her reels. I know, that'll be nice.
Abhishek, enjoying all the relation that is coming in?
Always, man. Listen, any actor would be a liar if they said they didn't like it when appreciation for their work is coming their way. We're very, very excited. We were so nervous, the lot of us, yes, before the trailer broke because, you didn't know how they're going to accept it, are they going to accept it? And to get this kind of overwhelming response, Faridun, is a godsend. I swear to you, you feel like a weight has been lifted. We're so excited that people are looking forward to seeing the film. And now, obviously, the next big hurdle, which is we have to hope that they enjoy the film as much as they've enjoyed the trailer.
These are interesting times. So the movie is going to come up on OTT on 3rd December, and you guys have just launched the trailer. This is I think a new world now, post-pandemic. Post-pandemic, we are saying, but due to pandemic.
I'm not sure if it's a new world, Faridun, but it's definitely slightly changed. I think everybody's had to adapt and evolve a bit, and I think we've done that wonderfully. And what's really nice, Chitrangada and I were just talking about it, that we have now just one more avenue through which we can get our work out to the audiences. Before this, there was theatre, then came cinema, then came television, and then satellite, and now we have the OTT platform. So here's another medium through which we can create content, tell stories, and get it out to our people. So I'm not complaining at all. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, it is absolutely wonderful. But so basically, we've had the discussion on OTT earlier as well. I'm saying about this phenomenon that usually film अगर आने वाली होती है उसे डेढ़ महीना पहले, एक महीने पहले promo आता है. That was a set norm that used to be there. But now, the closer to the release, if you come up with a promo, it is considered better because then you can just.
I think that's also because of the way we can get to our end consumer is become a lot faster, right? I think originally 1.5-2 महीने पहले promo गाने वाने, because it took that kind of time for it to travel down to the consumer eventually. Today, I think largely due to social media, I mean, things are practically instant.
Right.
And being now more so for OTT, it's all on your phone, right? It's in the palm of your hand, or it's on your television, or it's on your tablet. So I don't think you need that kind of lead time in promotions and marketing. I think you can concise that and make it a lot more impactful.
Right.
आजकल तो रिवर्स होता है ना, आजकल 1.5-2 महीने पहले करेंगे तो लोग भूल जाते हैं.
Exactly.
Attention span has become shorter.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mentioned, that closer to the release, अगर आप promo करते हैं and you go for the 10-day or 15-day kill, that is something which has more attention, sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Chitrangada, ये ना सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान बट दुनिया भर में एक चीज लोगों ने इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट किया है कि दैट बॉब विश्वास ऐसी बीवी को कैसे बोल सकता है?
कोमा में जाके भी कैसे भूल सकता है?
कैसे बोल सकता है?
Well, I know that is a speciality of Bob, and that is why he's so special. I'm kidding. No, I think well, मतलब एक उसको जो मेरा कैरेक्टर है उसको भी एक दुख डेफिनेटली है जो वो छुपाती है कि उसे कुछ याद नहीं, उसे उसे बच्चे याद नहीं, घर याद नहीं, या फिर वो याद नहीं, एंड एक वो जो इंटीमेसी वो मिस करती है, कि मेरे साथ है, बट दैट इंटीमेसी समटाइम्स इज मिसिंग, जो कि वो फिर से बिल्ड करने की कोशिश करती है जिससे कि उसकी याददाश्त वापस आए. So yeah, I mean, there is that. Those moments are lovely, in the film, which is very nice. Which I think kind of helped Bob bring his memory back a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes it very interesting. The man who knows how to kill people forgets how he was so good at it. I mean, the whole idea is just so exciting.
But there are people who believe that he's faking it. So we'll get to know on third.
Yeah, that you'll get to know. Yes, right. Exactly.
So Abhishek, the response to the promo has been fabulous. Bachchan Saab has tweeted about it. So many other celebrities they have tweeted about it. But obviously there will be those comparisons with Saswata, Chatterjee. I still remember when Kahani came. I actually went to Kolkata and I did his interview, and I met him at a studio in Kolkata. And so that's a tall order in a way as well.
Yeah, I'm used to tall orders.
That's a good one.
So, what's unique about Bob Biswas, which was very nice for me as an actor, is because, as you've seen in the trailer, we meet Bob in this film, and he's coming out of a years in coma, and when he comes out of coma, he doesn't remember anything. So therein lay a situation where we got to create a new Bob. So what was nice is we approached it, Sujoy as the writer, Dia the director, and I, when we were doing the characterization, we approached it as a fresh, unique, standalone film.
Right.
Yes, for ease of association, we say it's a spin-off story of Kahani. I've never looked upon it like that. I've always looked upon it as a standalone, unique, new film, because the character has no memory. And we got to create his world from scratch. So that is the way I approached it. I've also never been somebody who wants to overthink something. I really believe that at the end of the day, the film is good. Everybody associated will be happy and will be praised for it as they should, because it's not a singular effort. So I've always, like I said, I've always looked upon it as because the plot allowed it, I've always looked upon it as a standalone film.
Right, and talking about comparisons, so Bunty Bubbly 2 has just come, and people are invariably talking about Bunty Bubbly 1, and that is being called a classic in front of the sequel. So you're having the good and the bad and all sorts of comparisons. Sometimes it is maybe...
well, I think it's very natural, Faridun, for comparisons. I think we as human beings like to just do that. It's natural, but I don't think it'd be correct for me to say anything right now, because I haven't seen the new film. I have not seen the entire Bob Biswas either, so it would not be correct of me to say anything. But unfortunately, that's just human nature. We like to compare. It's not necessary. Everybody brings their own interpretation and brings their own how would you say, their own skill set, and that's fine, and that's it. I also like to believe that on a certain level, apart from just human nature, we in the media fraternity also like to throw these things up because it makes interesting copy as well. But I think everybody's intentions were good. Everybody's intentions are noble, and as long as that is the case, I think good luck to everyone. I wish everybody all the best. Bunty or Bubbly is made by very dear friends of mine. It's a very important film in my filmography, and I wish them all the best. I look forward to seeing the film and cheering for all of them.
All right, so Chitrangada, so we just talked about the entire OTT wave that we're discussing. Now, you are an actor, I think, who's very organically suited for something of this sort because your performances they have always stood out, irrespective of the big box office fate of those movies. Quite a few of those movies they become these cult sort of movies, and people still watch them. People they still refer to them. As an actor, do you find it interesting? Do you find it exciting?
I think the exciting thing for actors, for writers, for directors is to be able to make the films or write the content that usually would not find the big theater release. Sometimes there's a lot of creative satisfaction in being able to make the write what you really want to tell, the stories you want to tell, which may not get so how do I say, it does not get such a wider audience, when you're talking about single screen theaters or, cinema release. So there's space for that kind of content and that kind of experimentation that you can do with your writing, with your acting, with the faces that you want to work with, where you are not really being dictated by certain business, the business of cinema. You're not getting dictated by that.
Friday.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, and the whole the business of it. So yeah, I think that way it's just really become very democratic in a lot of ways, which is very exciting. And I think it's really good for cinema as such in the country, because then slowly there is this evolution that's happening at a certain level which will reach the cinemas, the bigger theaters, bigger screens, and that's already happening. So it's almost like this is the breeding ground for all that new experimentation that's happening right now. And from here we will get better cinema. And I think that's just such an exciting thing to have happened. It's happening slowly, it's like almost in the background there's stuff churning, and you get these amazing faces to see. And, and also there's such a huge need for content that all of this is getting made. So everybody is getting a platform to, sort of showcase their talent, whether it's writing, acting, direction, their own take on things, And I think that's the exciting part. And then slowly and surely it'll change the bigger, the cinema that's reaching the bigger screens, and that's the evolution, I suppose. That's what we're looking at right now. We're experiencing it. So that's why I think this is really important. What's happening with OTT right now. Yeah.
We'll come to rapid fire shortly.
We have a
really good time.
Rapid fire.
Good time just coming up with the questions, because I think the movie has so many interesting things. But before that, Abhishek, I have one question for you. So, we've discussed this in the past that during Happy New Year and the way Shah Rukh Khan really pampered you guys, especially we've discussed that you were, the way you shined in Happy New Year was something that was beautiful. And you yourself said how he pampered you and how he took care of you and everyone else as well. Now he's the producer of this film. He's personally going through a tough time. How is he doing? Because a lot of people within the industry they have not heard from him because he has gone completely silent. What has been his approach towards the film, and how is he?
I only met Shah Rukh once for the film, actually, when we decided to announce the film. He's somebody who's really given us a free hand and backed us completely. Gaurav Verma, who's in charge of films in Red Chillies, is the one who was hands-on, and production is co-produced by Bound Script, which is to Joy's company.
Right.
So he really just gave us a lot of freedom to do what we do, and just backed our vision to the hilt and continues to, and we thank him for it. So he's literally given us the responsibility of taking care of the film, do it properly, and not to betray his faith in the freedom that he's given us.
So we move on to the rapid fire now. Start with Chitrangada.
You can get a sense of what we're doing.
What is something about Abhishek Bachchan that you were surprised with when you started shooting for Biswas?
Oh, that's easy. His knowledge on every single word that comes out of your mouth. If I said Germany, he'll tell you everything about Germany. He'll tell you everything about, even if you're having a dish or whatever, like your cap, whoever made that cap, where was it made, when was the company formed, who runs it, where was it sold, who was it sold to, he'll tell you everything. So he's an encyclopedia. And that's what really got me. Yeah.
Now, the cap he would know. Cap he
No,
would know
I'm
because
saying the cap you're wearing, who made it, why did they make it, when did they start making it, whatever. Yeah.
all right. The
Yeah.
significance of Bob Biswas's wife in his life, according to you.
Significance of she's the world that he'd leave everything for. She gives him that he'd want to leave everything for. Like just give
Okay.
up everything that he ever was. Yeah.
What is something you'd like to change about how Bollywood functions?
I wish we had better studios. I really wish that we had a far more organized infrastructure for this industry that runs and feeds so many people and is such an important part of Indian entertainment industry. I think it is so important to get some kind of structure, infrastructure, certain investment that the government needs to make this, function better in a more respectfully better way, a more respectful way of working, in the sense the working conditions, for people. I'm not just talking about actors who are very well taken care of. I just mean technicians. I mean everybody, the studios, everything, the lightmen. I just wish there was a lot more structure to everything. I mean, that would really do wonders to our industry. There's one thing, yeah.
All right. A
Sorry,
biopic
long
that you'd
answer.
like. No, it's fine. It's a good answer. A biopic that you'd like to do.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. I'd love to do Smitaji's. I've been told that often. But the biggest compliment for me was when Prateek it was a mistake. But on Mother's Day, he happened to post my picture. He posted my picture from a photo shoot and he said, "Happy Mother's Day." And somebody forwarded that to me. And I wrote to him, but I mean, I thought that was a very big compliment. But yes, if there was ever I would love to do her biopic. Yes.
If your husband tells you पैसे नहीं है, पैसे हैं लेकिन याद नहीं है, what would be your state of mind?
पैसे है पर याद नहीं है. इधर आओ याद दिलाती हूँ. Get out of the room for 10 days. Yeah, whatever. Something like that. I don't know.
Promise करो कभी छोड़कर नहीं जाओगे. What does it tell you about the state of mind? Is it romance or fear?
Oh God, it is a fear
Nice,
where she's
I like
trying
that.
to pass off as a romantic moment. It is a lot of fear and insecurity, but she's like kind of nicely wrapping it in the whole romantic thing. Yeah.
Okay. What sort of Insta reel would Bob Biswas?
Actually, it's just an ego
Poor
massage,
thing.
let me go back to this. It's just ego massage for the husband. छोड़ के नहीं जाओगे. I mean, she's lived without him. He was in a coma, for God's sake. She's
Okay.
managed.
What sort of Insta reel would Bob Biswas post?
No, he would not.
Oh, he would post all the killing. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Is that cowboy song? Which is that cowboy song, which is a really cool one. I forget the name. Anyway, so that's the one. It'll be all the shooting. It'll be the coolest one. Yeah.
Before we start Chitrangada,
Yeah.
I can't see very clearly, but it's probably wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat, which is an NFL team from the National
Correct.
Football League in America.
That's what I mentioned.
That's what I meant. That's exactly what I was saying. Oh my God.
For a football fan, that is easy.
Yeah.
Arey
That is
Baba,
easy.
he knows everything on everything. We
For
were
a
talking about
football fan,
Germany. He
that is
told me
easy.
anybody who ever stepped
No, I'm sure.
foot on Germany.
No, that I'm sure. Okay, so rapid fire with Abhishek. If you lose your memory and someone tells you that you're the son of India's greatest actor, what would be your reaction?
Wow.
And laugh.
No, I'll say, where is the address? Give me the address. Right. I'm coming.
You would laugh. Okay. If you had an option, what is that one moment in your life so far that you'd like to erase?
Nothing.
Any memory? Nothing.
No, nothing.
Best thing about SRK, the producer.
His belief in the storytelling and the storytellers.
Quality of Bob Biswas you wish you had.
He has a good heart. I don't think he has any bad thoughts about anything. He's just genuinely a very nice guy.
Would you say you're a director's actor?
Absolutely.
Would you ever want to try your hands at direction?
Never say never, but I've never thought about it. I don't think I'm qualified for it.
Do you think social media should have age restrictions?
In its current form of independence, yes. In its current form.
अच्छाई और बुराई के balance पर नजर रखिए. Your thoughts, first thought when you heard this dialogue.
Well, it's said in a different context to what we see it when it's put out of context. But I thought it was a very nice description of the line of work that he's in. I thought it was a nice, very cocky way to describe what he does.
हम सब वही काम कर रहे हैं जिसके लिए हमें बनाया गया है. In Bob Biswas's context, you find it eerie.
Yes, in Bob Biswas's context, it's very eerie. On a spiritual level, I'd love to believe that, but yeah, nice lines written by Sujoy.
Yeah, I think terrific. He's a fantastic writer. Client or mock कभी भी
That's my favorite line.
आ सकती है. Is it a joke or a tragedy?
It's a bit of a tragedy, but it's what you got to do if you want to succeed.
Of course. No, I think the looks very, very interesting. Firstly, I'm looking forward to the film. So, congratulations, guys, and
Thank
all
you.
the wishes for 3rd December. I'm sure that this looks like a winner. All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Faridun.
Thank you. Let me know what you thought.
Bye.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
You as well.